You went into the doctor's office, dentist,
Yes.
to have a procedure.
Yes.
What year was this? Do you remember?
I believe it's 2007.
2007.
Yes.
When they prescribed it to you, like a lot of people who've talked about addictions to opioid, it seemed very normal. What's the
Yes.
big deal?
It's one of those things that it takes over you. It's like something that takes over your body because it feels, I don't want to say this, I want to glorify it, but it feels amazing. It makes you feel, some people, for me, it made me feel like a superhero. Things that I was maybe had self-confidence about, it gave me confidence.
How soon, okay, in the beginning you were taking it for pain management. When did you realize that you were taking it for some other reason, that it was for the high, not for the pain treatment?
A friend of mine sent me a text and said, we need to get you some help. And I just kept looking at the text. And I never responded to it. And I was like, maybe I do need help. Maybe I am just taking it for the rush.
How many pills were you taking a day?
Well, Vicodin, that was too weak for me at one point. I was like, I need something stronger. So I went to Oxycontin. And I was taking 180 a day.
180 milligrams or 180 pills?
180 milligrams.
Milligrams. 180.
Like 80.
Forgive me, because my mind is just blown by the 180. I'm like, wait a minute. How? 180 milligrams is how many pills?
That's 2 pills, but I was taking it like 4 times a day. The pills make you function, but then sometimes, like, you would nod off if people were talking to you because it'll make you fall asleep. But it'll make you function because everything feels great. Everything is just, it could be a bad moment going on, but you don't, the pill blocks all that out. It just blocks it out. And I thought that the pills was making me create, but as I went back and listened to some of my music, like, oh, this is not creation, this is a hot mess.
When you're addicted, you believe that no one else sees it or no one else recognizes the lie.
Yeah,
But people were seeing it.
People saw it.
You thought you were getting away with it.
You know, I thought I was Jimmy Iovine, who the CEO of Beats. He saw it and he always said, Tim, you got to slow down. He always, and I'm like, slow down what? You know, but you don't realize that people can see your movement is very different. To me, it's normal. And
was there ever a direct intervention? Did anyone ever directly come to you?
Who came to me was God. God came to me. I don't think a human being, I don't think a human being could come to me.
Is that what people mean when they say you have to want it yourself? Because you can have friends and family, my own family affected by this, where you really want to help that person, but they're not ready to receive it. Is that what that means?
I think it's part ego, and you don't want to admit that you have a problem because everything in your life is going to a certain high, but really everything is falling apart. And when people say, hey, you need to do this, my mom kept telling me, she kept having dreams because my mom prays and she's a prayer warrior, and she's like, God keeps showing me your face in white. And I'm like, and she tried to help me and tell me, and I listened to her like my mom a lot, and she know that I can be stubborn at that time when I'm like, Mom, you know what you're talking about, like, come on. And I'm like, I got it. But then God just kept tapping me, like, you're gonna be out of here in a minute. And it's a wonder how I got up each day. It's a miracle.
What was it like to shed the ego? Because you're Timbaland, you're the hit maker. You're not an addict, and now you have to shed that layer.
I think people forget that we still human, you know, and I had to realize that I'm still that guy from the country, Virginia Beach. I'm just great at music, and I felt like I was abusing my gift that God gave me. And when I was on the drugs, he took that gift away. And I couldn't hear music the same. I just really kind of recently got it back to where I can hear it.
So you lost your voice.
Not my voice, just like my...
Where music is your voice.
Yes, my music, I couldn't, the notes I was hearing, it's like it didn't sound right. So, and I saw this story with this lady, and I was like, man, where she could sing so beautiful, but she got caught up, and God said, I'm gonna take your voice away. And he took her voice away and humbled her down. And then one day she just woke up and said, I can't sing, and she just started singing. God gave her gift back. And I felt like that same story happened to me.